Lesson 12.1, Stem and Leaf Plots. A stem and leaf plot is a data display that helps you see how data are distributed. In example 1, let's make a stem and leaf plot. The scores of the top 15 finishers of a snowboard half-pipe competition are shown below. How can the data be displayed to show the distribution of the scores? You can display the scores in a stem and leaf plot. First, identify the stems and the leaves. The scores range from, well, what's the lowest? The lowest number is 37.1 through, what's the highest number? 41.7. So because of that, let the stems be the digits in the tens and ones place. And let the leaves be the tenths digits. Again, so this is your decimal places. So when you have a stem and leaf plot, you have two sides. You have a stem side and you have the leaf side. We're going to take, and now this is just an example, we're going to take like 37.1, and instead of the point, I'm going to put 1 with leaves. So the stem is 37, the leaf is 1. The decimal point splits up your stem and your leaves. We always write the stems first, then record each score by writing its tenths digit. Again, this is your decimal places, on the same line as its corresponding stem. Include a key. You always have to include a key that shows what the stem and leaves represent, because going back here, this could be 37.1 or it could be 371. That's why you need to have a key to identify that there's a decimal point there. First of all, let's just make an unordered stem and leaf plot. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the data. We have 37.8, and again, what I'm doing here is I'm just going to go through it out of order. I'm first going to take my stems, and you can see the stems are in order though, from 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So you can start there. Okay, how I did that? I had a 38, a 40, 37. You can see, and again, we did that down here. 37 was my lowest, 41 was my highest. So 37 to 41. Now I have an 8, 37.8, a 37.1, and a 37.1. Remember, if there is two of the same number, you have to write both of those numbers. 38 was a 38.4, a 38.9, a 38.8, and a 38.3. 39 had a 0.2 and a 0.3. 40 had a 0.6, a 0.5, and a 0.9, and 41 was 0.7, 0.4, and 0.2. What I always do before I just to make sure I am done with the putting the leaves on, I always count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So going back to my data, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which obviously is set up here. So, because I have 15 in my plot, I should have all the numbers on the data display. The last thing you need to do is make a key. So we put down that, just pick one of these numbers. It doesn't matter which one, as long as it's on the plot, the stem and leaf plot. So 38, and we put this little slash indicating the separation between stem and leaf. So 38/4 is equal to 38. You also do need to put them in order, so you need to put the ones before the 8. And 3, 4, 9, 8, 9, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, and 2, 4, 7. Make sure that everything is in line. So it kind of looks like, if you tilt it, it kind of looks like a bar graph. So everything, like the first, there's columns that you can see, and there's rows. Sometimes it's helpful to use graph paper. You can go right, you don't have to do this unordered plot, you can go right to the ordered plot as long as you put them in order as you're doing it, least to greatest. So this is a stem and leaf plot, that whole thing. Let's try guided practice number 1. Help you set it up and then you can do it on your own. So we have your stems and your leaves. And you don't even need to put the title, you could just put the line down the side. I would say to separate the stem and the leaf, I would use the tens place as the stem and then the ones place as the leaf. So it'll be like, so let me just give you the key right away. The key would be something like 8/6 equals 86. Go ahead, put all of this on a stem and leaf plot. Make sure you put it in order from least to greatest. Okay, so think about your range first. Highest number minus lowest number. Highest number to lowest number. Or lowest to highest is probably how you should put it. Pause the video and try this yourself and then check your answers by unpausing. I would say your lowest number is 68 and your highest is 97. So that means we're going to go from 6 to 9 in my stems. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let's do all the 6's first. So there is an 8, and that's it. So we're just going to put 1 8. 7, there's a 4, a 2, a 0. So 0, 2, 4. See, I'm lining this up. 8, there's a lot of them. So let's see, the lowest 8 is 0. Again, you can cross them off as you do them too, especially with the 8s. So there's a 83, an 84, an 85, and an 86. There is 2 89s. Oh, there's an 88. An 8 and 2 89s. So I'm going to put 2 9s. I think I'm done with the 80s. I used the 60s and the 70s. So the 90s, there's a 5, a 7, a 4, 3, 1. So 1, 3, and again, see how it's in line? 4, 5, and a 7. Again, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Double check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So you have to go back and decide what you missed. I think the 68s. Oh, there was 2 97s, that's why. And there you go, that looks exactly the same. And there's your key. So there's your stem and leaf plot. Let's interpret the stem and leaf plot. So how do we use the stem and leaf plot to answer questions? The stem and leaf plot at the right shows the ages of people in a movie theater. Use the stem and leaf plot to describe the data. Again, you can kind of see it looks like a bar graph on its side. So the oldest person is how old? Well, the oldest person would be here. And again, you can see the key 2/0 equals 20. By the way, in a stem and leaf plot, a stem can be one or more digits, but a leaf is usually a single digit. So just remember that as you make your stem and leaf plot. The youngest person is 5. So we can find the range by looking at the stem and leaf plot. 51, again, here's how they did that, 51 minus 5. Most of the ages are in what interval? The intervals are 0 through 5. I would say that most of them are in like the teenage years. The 10 through 16. 10 through 19 actually, because you go up to 19, but we only have the highest of 16. In example 3, we're going to make a double stem and leaf plot. So when we have two sets of data, we can compare them using a stem and leaf plot. The data below shows the number of laps swum during practice by swimmers on 2 different swim teams. Overall, which team swam more laps, the dolphins or the sharks? Let's make a double leaf plot. Okay, some things you need to know about the double leaf plot. You're actually going to have your stems in the middle. You're going to have like 2 lines, and then there's going to be leaves and the leaves. So one of them's going to be backwards, and then one's going to be a normal stem and leaf plot. So you can see we're going to have the dolphins, and again, this is going to be your leaves. This is going to be your leaves. Okay, and so this is going to be your stem. Well, we have 19, so there's a 1 there, up to 30. So I'm going to probably put in my stems 1 to 3. If they for some reason skip something, and now there is a 0 there apparently. 0 to, there is, oh, 9. 9 had a 0 before it to make it a double digit. If for some reason they skip one, like maybe there was nothing that had a 2 at the beginning, you do still need to put it, just leave this leaves blank. So we make the stem and leaf plot for the sharks and for the dolphins. Now be careful about this. This does not say 91. It does not say 71. It actually means 17, 18, 19. So there's the dolphin side. Again, 23, 24. That's how you need to read it. You need to read the stem first. The shark side is just like a normal stem and leaf plot. Make sure it's in order. Make sure that it's nicely organized. Make a key. You do want to, when you make the key, you want to put that there's the double line, and that 1, 3 actually represents 31, and 3/0 represents 30. You can see the dolphin swim team swam more laps because it had more swimmers swimming number of laps in the 20s, and that had the highest bar graph. The highest bar if you look at it as a bar graph. Example 2, make an ordered stem and leaf plot. Remember to do 2 lines. This is your stem, and then we're going to say this is Omar's leaves, and this is Joseph's leaves. Go ahead, pause the video, and try number 2. Lowest number is 0. Highest number is 55, so 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Omar had a 13, so we put 3 here. A 26, put a 6 here. 30, put a 0. 38, put an 8. Oops, a 35, I missed that. That's why I use an eraser. And a 48. There was no 5, so we just leave it blank. Joseph had a 0. A 5, or 15, 32, so skip the 2s, there's nothing there, a 44, 46, 49, oh, we did have a 66, 68 was the highest, we do want to put a 6 there, 68, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember, put your key. The key should be a double, so let's do 3, 1, 5. Okay, whatever you put was fine. And we're saying that this is 13 and 15. Let's check to see if ours looks similar. You can see it does. Remember when you do the zeros, you do need to put that it's double zeros, just so you understand that it's not just there's nothing there. There was actually someone that, what did we say? The 2 friends spent online in the last week. Someone spent 0 hours. So who spent the most time online in the last week? I would say that it was Joseph. You can see he had 68. If you kind of add these all together, you can see he spent the most time online last week.